Welcome to the Chasing Spirituality podcast. I am your host, Megan, and as always, I'm super excited that you are joining me today for a new episode. So let's tune in. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is that you are tuning in to this podcast. I am so excited to be here. It has been a while since we have recorded a new episode, and I want to just start off by saying how grateful and how blessed I am to have this connection to you, to be your teacher, to be in your ears and sharing my insights and my experiences and my channeled messages. And I'm just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And I really want this episode just to be a fun update of things that have been happening, of changes that have been going on, so that you know what to expect for 2024. You know what to expect for the next year. And if you follow me on social media, you probably have seen some of these changes already. You've probably seen some of the posts that I've made that talk about the transition of the podcast, the transition of me, of my spiritual business, of my offerings. And if you haven't seen anything like that, where have you been? Go follow me so that you can stay updated, so that you can get these updates and know what's going on. I will try to continue to update as much as possible throughout the podcast as well, but it is really a great idea for you to follow me on some sort of platform or connect with me in some way outside of this podcast, because sometimes I get inspired and I create things, I do things, I share things, and it's just not time for me to share it on the podcast yet. So it might be weeks or months before you get certain updates, before you get certain information. So I am on Instagram, I am on Facebook, I am on TikTok, and if you are just not a social media person, I totally get it. I also have an email subscriber list, and one of the things that have changed is I'm actually in the process of rebranding. So Chasing Spirituality is still the podcast. It's still the podcast name, but that is going to be only affiliated with the podcast. Chasing Spirituality will be podcast related things only. And I have actually rebranded myself and my teachings, my personal practice, my offerings, my services, and all of that to a new brand, which is more in alignment with who I am. And that is Megan Candor. Candor is a form of honesty. It's a form of being direct and being blunt. And when I was going through this rebranding, I was actually going through a program with Brianna Rose. It is called Academy of Light, and it is an amazing program if you are looking for energetic and spiritual business support. I definitely recommend this program. I believe she has another program launching in March, but I was going through this program and I had this huge download that it was time for me to pull away from Chasing Spirituality, from that brand. And it was really hard. It was really hard for me to face that, because Chasing Spirituality has been my baby. It's what I've had since the beginning, since I started. And I didn't want to admit that. I didn't want to face that truth, but I knew I could still feel the honesty of that within my soul. And I knew that it was something that I had been feeling, something that I had been fighting. And at this point, because it appeared so loud and so clear, I couldn't run from it anymore. And so tuning into that and tuning into my higher self was just like, if you're not ready to move away from it, that's fine. You need to just face that and admit that you're not ready. But just because you're not ready doesn't mean that it's not true. So you still have to admit that it's time for you to step away from chasing spirituality, at least as far as every other aspect of your business goes. And so this will be more than likely the final episode or the final season of the Chasing Spirituality podcast, because after doing more reflection and doing a lot more meditation around this, I feel like Chasing Spirituality has served its purpose. My intention for Chasing Spirituality was to connect to all of you, to share my spiritual insights, my spiritual teachings, my spiritual wisdom, and to help you feel like you weren't alone and that you could embrace who you are, embrace your intuition, trust your spiritual gifts. And I feel like I've done that. I created the podcast. I created the community to help you expand your gifts, to help you connect with each other and practice your gifts. And I did all of that, and I felt like I did make an impact. But now, after doing a lot of meditation and reflection and inner work, I can feel the shift in my energy, and I can feel that my path is changing, and what I need to offer my soulmate clients, what I need to offer you is changing. And so I asked my inner wisdom, what is my greatest gift? And this was definitely a prompt from that program. And I heard truth seer. You expand and share and know truth. And I just sat with that, and it felt so right. Like, it felt so right to hear that. Truth seer, that is what I am. Even in chasing spirituality stuff, that was my purpose beneath everything. I was looking for truth. I was searching for truth, and I could find it. I would land on the truth. I would share the truth. I would expand on truth. And even in my sessions with clients, when we were doing Akashic Record sessions or psychic sessions or whatever, I was still doing that. I was helping you connect with your truth through these sessions. I was helping you discover the truth inside of you, whether that is limiting beliefs and subconscious blockages and wounds that you needed to be aware of so that you could heal them and push through them and step into the next level of yourself, or whether that was sharing your truth of your light, helping you see who you are, helping you see your magic, helping you see your potential and how amazing you are. Through both of those things, I was helping you and I was helping others find themselves, find their inner truth, connect to that inner wisdom. And I'm ready to fully step into that now. I'm ready to fully accept that as my gift and as that calling. And in order to do that, I had to drop all of the other labels. Like I had to drop, oh, I'm a psychic medium. Oh, I'm an Akashic Records reader. Oh, I'm a Reiki healer practitioner. Yes, I'm still all of those things, and many of you are as well. You know my beliefs on being psychic and being a medium and being intuitive. I believe that all of you are. I believe that you can access the Akashic Records. I believe that you can heal people energetically with energy. You may not be Reiki certified, but I still believe that you have access to this healing energy. I believe we all do. So I really had to drop all of these labels and look at what is my biggest gift, what is my biggest offering, what is the one thing that is uniquely offered by me. And that is my ability to know the truth, to see your truth, and to help you see it too. And so that is where Megan Candor was born. I'm a Sagittarius sun, and if you know anything about astrology, then you know that Sagittarius, they seek knowledge, they seek wisdom, they seek truth, and I just thought it was so fitting that that was also my gift, my purpose is to know truth and to seek truth. And So with the transition that is my new aligned purpose in everything that I do and all of my offerings and everything that I share. It will be to help you uncover who you really are, to help you embrace your authentic self, your truth. And that's been such a big part of my own personal journey. My own journey has been me looking at my past, looking at my parents, my childhood, working with my inner child, working with my teenage self, working through all of the trauma and things that I've been through, and seeing who I really am through all of that, being able to let go of the limiting beliefs, to let go of the subconscious blockages and patterns and the things that I've been told, the things that have been programmed within me, being able to look at those pieces, those fragmented pieces of myself, even from past lives and ancestors, and decide what I'm going to keep carrying with me and what I'm going to let go of and what I'm going to release. And I help people do the same thing. It's time for me to really own that. And so through the same ways I've been helping people, so through mentorship, I will be helping people connect to their truth, to align with their most authentic self. Through courses and programs, through teachings, through podcasting, I will be helping share truth, expand truth, and helping you find your light. So this is not the end of conversations like this. This is not the end of me. This is not the end of us. We're going to continue. It's just going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more focused around authenticity and vulnerability and speaking up and being honest and being true to who you are. And that's always been so deeply embedded in my journey. And so I'm really, really excited to see where this goes and how this unfolds. So a few other updates so that you know that I'm really not going anywhere and that we're really still working together. I did revamp my website. ChasingSpirituality.com is still available for now, but my new website is megancandor.com. And I do have new services and new offerings. I am doing truth embodiment mentorship, which is just a way for us to work together, for us to be able to work together and help you see your light, help you uncover your truth, uncover subconscious blockages and wounds, to help you see your potential, to help you embody the person that you're meant to be. And then I also am still offering Reiki. My Reiki is very, very special to me. It is not like any other Reiki out there because I am doing Reiki the way I'm feeling called to do it. So it is truth alignment Reiki. And it will do the same thing. It will help you experience what it is that you need to experience. It will help you release energy and release things that no longer serve you so that you can really, really just tune in to your higher self and tune in to your internal truth and your internal wisdom. I am available on Instagram as I am Megan Candor. I'm available on TikTok as I am Megan Candor. And you can also sign up for my email list at megancandor.com. Like I said, the Chasing Spirituality stuff is still there. Like the Chasing Spirituality website is still there. The Chasing Spirituality social media pages are still there, and they will continue to be there. I don't know about the website. The website will eventually go away, but the pages will still be there. And the podcast this will be the final season. So these episodes will probably come out once a month, and I plan to showcase some people that I have planned to interview so that I can really get their voices out there and let them share their truth with you. And then the last announcement that is going to be related to this transition is there will be another podcast. Yay! So I am in the process of creating a new podcast. And this podcast is going to be a lot like Chasing Spirituality, except I'm going to go about it solo. At this time, I don't intend to interview anyone. I plan for it to be solo episodes only. That could change. It just kind of depends. It just kind of depends on what I'm feeling called to do at that time. But right now, it feels like it's going to be solo only. And it's going to be geared around truth. It's going to be geared around you finding yourself and discovering who you really are and letting go of all of the baggage and the crap and the subconscious beliefs that you carry around, all the programming. It's going to help you discover who you are. And I've recorded a lot of episodes like that on this podcast because, again, like I said, it's been such a big part of my journey. So I have recorded a lot of episodes about limiting beliefs, about subconscious blockages, about healing, about discovering who you are and embracing your authentic self. So those episodes, if you could remember some of those, tune into some of those, that's what the new podcast is going to be like. It's going to be all about your inner work and your growth and your self-development. I'm toying around with a few things, but I believe the name is going to end up being the Truth Seer Podcast. So be on the lookout for that. Tune back in for updates. Check social media for updates because I'll definitely be posting more about that. But that's kind of the direction that I am feeling called to at this moment. I don't have any episodes recorded, but I'm thinking it's going to be the Truth Seer podcast, and I believe I'm going to start off with my own journey. I'm going to do a deep dive into my own truth and how I was able to uncover it and what that journey looked like. I'm also in the process of creating a program. And this program is going to use a lot of embodiment tools like Kundalini yoga exercises, somatic work, breath work, journaling prompts. We're going to do a lot of things like that. And that's going to really help you through your own energetic blockages, through your own limiting beliefs, so that you can tune in to that higher self, so that you can tune in to your internal wisdom and really just release and let go of what is no longer in alignment for you. Kundalini yoga has been such a big, big part of my journey, and I'm finally ready to share that with you guys. I have been doing Kundalini yoga for a few years now, since early 2021, I believe, is when I first discovered it. And it's because I had a Kundalini awakening, and it was spontaneous. It was done through meditation and through breath work. And I started doing Kundalini yoga to help me continue to connect to that energy, to direct that energy. And so I do plan to do another episode about Kundalini and what that is, and how Kundalini yoga can help you access that energy and work with that energy. So I'll talk more on that later. But if you are following my new accounts, you may see me talking about Kundalini and me sharing different Kundalini techniques and exercises and things like that. So I want you to at least hear about that on this episode before I do a deep dive later on. But the program that I'm creating will have lots of Kundalini exercises and somatic practices in it to really help you embody your truth, to really help you release what is standing in the way of your truth, which has been so transformative and so helpful for me. And if you are just really curious about Kundalini and Kundalini yoga and you just want something right now, I do have a free video on my website. You can go to megancandor.com, and we are doing a 40-day challenge where we are doing the same Kriya every day for 40 consecutive days. And you can join that challenge with us, even if it doesn't matter what day you start on. You can start any day you want. The key is to doing it consistently every single day. If you miss a day, you got to start over. But we are practicing that same Kriya every day for 40 days straight. And there is a link on the homepage of my website for you to be able to join that challenge with us, and it directs you to a video where I demonstrate the Kriya for you. I walk you through the Kriya. I explain what the Kriya is and how it helps. And you can always revert back to that video if you have questions or you need help or tips. But if you do decide to join the 40-day challenge with us, I also encourage you to join the Chasing Spirituality Facebook group, because we talk about our experiences in there. We share our downloads and our feelings and what's coming up for us, and it's just a really, really fun way for you to connect to like-minded people in the community, like-minded people that I support, that support me, that we share things together. So I would encourage you to just join the group, even if you're not going to do the 40-day challenge, because it's just a fun way for you to connect to other people, for you to ask questions, and for you to meet like-minded souls, for you to meet your soul besties. So that is a free group on Facebook. It's Chasing Spirituality Facebook group. And I hope to see you over there. I hope to connect with you and talk with you more in there. If you are doing the 40-day challenge, definitely go into the group and let me know, because I would love to hear from you, and I would love to hear what you're experiencing and how it's been for you. I've been posting updates in there myself, so I look forward to hearing from you. And if you have any questions, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out. I still have all the same emails. There's contact forms on both websites, so don't be shy. I know this might have produced a lot of questions. You may have a lot of questions and concerns, and there was a lot that came out in this episode. So definitely feel free to reach out. I might even do a Q&A episode soon so that I can answer all of your questions. So get all of those in so that I can support you, so that I can help you understand how this transition is going to work, and help you understand how we can still connect and how we can still work together, because I love all of you, and I'm just so blessed to be able to still connect with you and to build this community and to help you find yourself just like I did. It's so important for me to help others align with who they are, because it was so powerful for me, and it still is. It's so powerful when I get to connect to my truth more and more. So I will see you on the next one. Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did. I want to invite you to join our free community. If you are looking for an open-minded community that is just like you and share stories, share insights, get to know each other, and just connect with your soulmate besties, then I invite you to join us. There's links in the description, and I hope to see you over there.